Just like with right triangle applications in trigonometry, sometimes the hardest part is drawing the picture. Now, if the picture's given, that makes things easy. Let's look at some examples. And here the picture is given. We've got a trigonometry class that wants to determine the length of a pond. It would be hard to measure a pond because you can't walk across the water with a measuring device. So what they did, they found a point A, and they measured from point A to each end of the pond. The angle between those two sides is 78 degrees. And now we have a situation that's given side angle side. For that, we will use the law of cosines. We want to find side x, so I will start with x squared equals 1 of the sides squared plus the other side squared minus 2 times the product of the other two sides times the cosine of 78 degrees. We will want to take the square root of all of that, and you might as well just put it all into the calculator at the same time to avoid any rounding error. And when you do that, you'll get 331 feet, rounded to the nearest foot. Pause the video to make sure you get the same result in your calculator. Example 2, we have to draw our own picture. A group of forest rangers were hiking through Denali National Park toward Mount McKinley, which is the tallest mountain in North America. From their campsite, they can see Mount McKinley. All right, well, we need Mount McKinley and their campsite. The angle of elevation from their campsite to the summit is 21 degrees. They know the slope of the mountain forms a 127-degree angle with the ground. We've got an oblique triangle. The vertical height of Mount McKinley is 20,320 feet. How many miles is their campsite from the base of the mountain? Well, we have an oblique triangle. We can find the third angle, subtracting the given 2 from 180, but we still don't have enough information. We need the length of one of the sides. Let's find this side. We can find this side, A, because it's also attached to a right triangle. And in that right triangle, we know the bottom angle is 53 degrees because we subtract 127 from 180. And now we can use a trig ratio to find side A. The sine of 53 degrees is 20,320 over A, opposite over hypotenuse. Then to solve, I would multiply both sides by A and divide by sine of 53 degrees. This is the result I would get. I'm gonna keep lots of decimal places. I don't want to round too much so that I avoid rounding error in the end. Pause the video, make sure you get the same result. Now that we have side A in the oblique triangle, we have an angle side angle situation which calls for the law of sines. We want to find side x, so I'm going to set up a proportion. Side x over the sine of its opposite angle, 32 degrees, is equal to side A over the sine of its opposite angle, 21 degrees. Multiply both sides by 32 degrees, sine of 32 degrees. And when you put that into the calculator, you get 37,623.19 feet. Pause the calculator and make sure you get the same thing. The question asks for how many miles, and there are 5,280 feet in a mile. Divide the number of feet by 5,280, and we get 7.1 miles. Their campsite is 7.1 miles from the base of Mount McKinley.